One voice, one move, one spark. You were born to leave your mark.
Hey guys, welcome back to 31 Days, 31 Questions, where I ask myself a question and I pass the mic or phone over to speak to a woman that I admire or someone who has inspired me, and I answer the question first and then they answer next. And the question today is, what is something about your culture or heritage that you're deeply proud of? Honestly, I can say that I'm deeply proud of the fact that my girls can trace back their heritage to, of course, they're first generation Mexican Americans, so of course they can trace back their dad's side of the family to Mexico immediately because their dad is from Mexico. But I actually can go back to my great grandmother, my dad's grandmother, who actually was from Canada, and so we're French Canadian. And so I think that's pretty cool that we don't have to go that far back in time to see exactly where our family came from, because our country was built on immigrants, and I think it's very important that we remember that we were all immigrants at one time. Also, I would say that I love the fact that we were able to blend our cultures together, that the girls knew Christmas because that was an American tradition, a Christian tradition, but they also knew Santa Reyes, which was Hispanic tradition, and we combine these traditions together to create a whole new type of tradition. And they know that they're going to have sopes on Christmas Eve now. They know that buñuelos were something that we always had when they were little. It was just a matter of combining the things together, so they got the best of both worlds. And I love the fact that both my older daughters are, my oldest daughter is married to a man that was born in Japan, and my middle daughter also has those Asian and Jewish backgrounds as well. So I love the fact that we're able to combine all these to become a great tradition as one, instead of being separated by what's different about us. We learn to combine it and let it not define us, but let us be happier because we're combining things together instead of staying in the same lane. Now, I passed this particular question over to someone I have not met yet. I'm about to interview her. I was supposed to interview her on Monday, but the storms came through and I could not interview her, so I'm going to interview her next week. But she wrote a really cute children's book about a Russian Jewish boy who was going through his first bar mitzvah. And I think it's very cool that she agreed to come on and do this, and I gave her this question. Normally I random pick the questions, but this one I picked just for her, and so I pass it over to Margaret. And Margaret, I hope you enjoy answering the question, and I can't wait to interview you.
So, like Yasha in Yasha's Amazing Bar Mitzvah, I'm Russian and Jewish. And one thing I'm really proud of in terms of my culture is my family's resilience and everything they've been through. Just like Yasha goes through hard times and his family does, so did mine. When I was growing up, I always heard stories of difficult things my family endured when they lived in the former Soviet Union. For example, my grandfather, my father's father, was in prison in the Gulag when he received talis or prayer shawls from the United States. So my parents, when they came to the United States from the former Soviet Union, they didn't know the language. We didn't have much money for a place to live, so we first slept on boxes in an apartment. And my parents imparted on me that you could accomplish anything if you try hard enough. And I think that's something that they picked up from their culture and everything they lived through in the former Soviet Union. Yasha struggles with accepting who he is. And like Yasha, I also struggled with accepting my culture and background because I didn't want to be different from other people. But just like Yasha learns to embrace who he is, and just like the Mets persevere and end up winning the World Series in '86, which is another big part of the book, I think you have to believe, to paraphrase their phrase, have to believe in yourself, learn to be happy with who you are, and believe that if you learn to love who you are, there's nothing you can't do.